Throughout history, men have shared a common quest, the search for a meaningful, productive life, a life that makes a difference, that they can look back on with pride and satisfaction. In his study, The Man I Want to Be, Neil Jeffrey addresses 6 qualities that every man should embrace if he wants to find a way to make life count where it matters most. As a former All-American quarterback at Baylor University and NFL quarterback for the San Diego Chargers, Neil Jeffrey is one of the most effective speakers and Bible teachers in America today. He travels the country, speaking to churches, men's groups, and sports events, as well as corporate conventions and training seminars. He is known as a dynamic communicator who inspires audiences to go higher, swifter, and stronger in the critical areas of life. Lesson 1 is entitled, A Man Who Believes, Making Every Day Count in God's Ultimate Plan.
As we begin, I need to warn you something about me, which is pretty obvious. You're going to notice this just as we talk, because it's just a fact. It's just something. It's the simple fact that I happen to be a stutterer. Now, all that really means is that I stutter, and I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm a good stutterer. I stutter really well. Now, you stutter as a speaker, and initially it's a little weird for you, the audience, but because most speakers obviously don't stutter, don't get stuck, and it's kind of weird for you, and you're feeling, you know, sorry for the guy or just whatever. I mean, it's kind of unique. But let me just set your minds at ease. So really, being a stutterer is no big deal unless you're trying to say something. It affected my life in every area of my life. I remember as a kid growing up at the house, and the phone would ring every now and then. And every now and then I'd try to answer the phone, and I'd get the receiver. I'd pick it up, get stuck, start the stutter, couldn't say anything. So I just hang up on them. Just an answering role was a real challenge for me as a little kid. You know, I got counted absent a lot of days because all you got is just a few seconds in between Jackson and Johnson and say, here, you know, if you don't get it out, you're out of it. I mean, that in our time together here and in every session we have, this pep talk, that the Spirit of the living God just says something to you, says something to us in a supernatural way, and we realize in the challenges of life, of being the man that God wants me to be, God will say something and do something, and it will make a difference in who we are, and we will leave here men who truly believe in some things which can make a difference with our lives. Who he is shapes how he lives, shapes how he approaches every day. It shapes, it defines his life, it describes his life, it just sets everything up to make this day count if you believe. If I had decided, you know what?